Hey y'all, what's up? Listen, I apologize. I just tried to come live and I was just a talking away, and then I think I realized that you guys couldn't hear me. So let me hold on. Let me go to the page and make sure that you can hear me this time. I apologize for that. I don't know what was going on, but I had to close out. So if you can hear me, say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Hey, Kristen. But today is Saturday. Typically, we have soccer or basketball or something going on. Both morning soccer games and basketball games got canceled today. So I had some time to do some lesson planning. So I'm going to do some lesson planning, and I wanted to do it live with you guys so that you could experience it or see how it works, what I do. Okay. And so I am not going to come on camera because I am still in my pajamas with my hair all over my head. Literally, it's ridiculous. But I am here. I'm in the comments if you have any questions. So feel free to ask those questions as we go through it. But I'm going to plan a couple of things, and I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through that. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Loretta. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So we're just going to get started right off the bat. So if you followed me for a little while, then you know that one of the tools that I use as far as lesson planning is Google Classroom. And the reason why I use it is because at first I was using lessontrek.com, LESSONTREK. Let me put that in the comments, which is a really good software. Hey, Julie, thanks for joining me. But it cost, and I think it's only like $6 a month or $60 for the entire year. And I started using it because I liked their system, but I didn't like Google Classroom system. Well, Google came back maybe last year, towards the middle of last year, somewhere around there, and did an update on Google Classroom, and they did an incredible update, and I actually really like it a lot. So I went from using lessontrek.com. I put that link in the comments if you want to use that, and started using Google Classroom again. And so, I mean, it works. It's great. It's free. And honestly, Lesson Trek and Google Classroom do pretty much the same thing. If I had to choose between the two, like if it was do or die, I would probably pick Lesson Trek because Lesson Trek has some grading capabilities that are pretty awesome. And the way that you can set up the year, you can take track of attendance, all that good stuff. So it's actually pretty good. But because I don't necessarily need all of that, Google Classroom has actually been good for us. And so here is my teacher account for Google Classroom. And in Texas, we're only required certain subjects, and those subjects are character ed. They're required, y'all, I do this every time. I say it wrong. ELA, well, language, they're required language arts and reading. They're required to do character ed. They're not even required to do math and science. There's two other things that they're required to do. But this is the structure that I have for our kids as far as school is concerned. So I think as far as physical science, I think only two kids are taking those. One kid is taking those. And if you're unfamiliar with me, again, we have three kids. So we have a 16-year-old, we have a 14-year-old, and we have a 10-year-old. So some classes are combined and made one, and some classes are separate. So that's why you'll see different math classes. Like right down here, there's three different math classes here in this area, because they each are in a different area as far as math is concerned. And my 10-year-old is actually not even using the same book as my other one as of right now, because he wanted more of a challenge. And so I put him in a different book as far as that's concerned. But we're just going to plan. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with probably, let's start with ELA. Okay. So I will click on there. And again, go to the classwork tab and go from there. Now, this is all old stuff from October. So I'm going to create a new one because some things have changed. Okay. So I will do create a new assignment. Now, this isn't really a tutorial, just kind of to show you how I lesson plan my kids' stuff. So right now we do IEW. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me move some stuff around. Y'all, this is real life, legit, like juggling stuff off of my desk so that I can use it and then picking it back up when I need it. Okay, so this is going to be for my my two boys. Um, And so let's see, let's talk about reading. So we're going to do reading. So they're required. If you know me, you know they're required to read for 30 minutes. Okay. So they're required to do 30 minutes. So I'll just put reading. They're required to do it for 30 minutes. The instructions are going to be a little different. And let me grab my notes because we started doing something different and I really enjoy it. And it seems that the kids are kind of enjoying it as well. So they read their 30 minutes. So before you begin reading, hold on, y'all, I got my notes written here. And this just works better for us. It's a matter of finding what works for you, what is easier for you guys, what works, what doesn't work, what do you need to do. But I wanted my kids to dive deeper into the books that they're reading, so I'm kind of requiring them to do something different. So what I'll do is before you begin reading, predict. So I want them to predict, okay? So I want you to predict reading. Before you begin reading, hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. Predict what you think is going to happen in the next few pages, okay? Then write down your prediction, okay? And the last thing I want them to do is analyze. Don't laugh at my spelling, y'all. Analyze what you read. So, and what that means for them is, so I want you to go back. Look at me, I put predict. I didn't even spell that right. See, y'all don't laugh at my spelling, child. So they have actions that they need to do. Okay, analyze what you read. Okay, so these are their steps that they're going to do. And I'm in the comments, guys. So if you have questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Again, I'm flying off the seat of my pants. So you're going to see me in real time jack up stuff and then have to go back and fix it. Okay. So before you begin reading, predict what you think is going to happen in the next few pages, then write down your prediction. After that, analyze. After you've read, let's do this. So after you've read, analyze what you read, compare it. Okay, so this is their reading instructions, okay? So before you begin reading, predict what you think is going to happen in the next few pages, okay? Then write down your prediction. After that, so after you've read, analyze after you've read, analyze it and compare it to what you think. Okay, I think that makes sense, y'all. Again, don't judge me, y'all. This is real life, okay? Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining me. So before you begin reading, predict what you think is going to happen in the next few pages. Write down your prediction. After you've read, analyze it and compare it to what you predicted. So they each have spiral notebooks for whatever subject they're using. And so they have a spiral notebook for ELA, English Language Arts. So they'll go in at the beginning of the spiral notebook. They will write the date at the top right corner. And then they will write whatever book that they're reading, and they'll write the pages that they've read after they finish it. And so then they do the predict section, and they just predict it, thinking what they think is going to happen, and they write down what they predicted. And then they go back after they've read and they analyze it and compare it and make sure, like trying to find the differences from what they thought. And basically, this is one of those things that we use as far as reading comprehension, because I want them to be able to visualize what they're reading and kind of think about it before they get down that road, before they start reading it. But then also once they read it, I want them to pause and stop and be able to visualize and determine whether or not what they predicted actually worked, like analyze it, right? And so that's what they'll do on that. So that's assigned to both of my kids. So both of my boys do this. My 16-year-old does this as well, but this particular class that I have set up for is only for the boys. So it's assigned to both boys. If I want to grade it, I can grade it. This is worth 100 points, or I can pick ungraded. The due date is going to be that day. So we're going to do it Monday. The 18th is going to be the due date. And I don't put a time, but you can put a time. And then if I wanted to add a topic, I could add a topic. You could also do a rubric as well. And then what I'll do is either I can assign it now and it'll automatically pop up on my kids' calendar, their Google Calendar. It'll also automatically pop up in their email. And then it will also pop up for them in Google Classroom. So in 3 places it shows for them. But what I try to do is wait to post it until whenever it's due, just to kind of keep down the confusion. So what I'll do is I'll actually schedule this post. So I'll click this arrow right here. I don't know if you can see that next to assign. And then I will go to schedule and I'll schedule it for the 18th at, let's see, I say 8 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock a.m. because that's about the time that they're going to be waking up. So I'll post it there. Okay. And I might not do it then. I don't think I'm going to do it then. We'll do like 9:15. Okay. And it's scheduled. Okay. And so now that reading assignment, this is what we're looking at right here. And again, y'all let me know if you can't see, if I need to do anything to make this better for you. Hey, Precious. Hey, Nicola. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Shradia. I say it wrong every time I know it. Hey, Kia. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Julie. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Kristen. And so right here is their reading assignment for Monday. Okay. And what I'll do as well is, because this is going to be the same exact thing, right? So this is going to be the same exact assignment every single day. I will make a copy of this. So what I can do is I can do create again, and then I can do reuse post. And here's that post that I just created. Click reuse. Okay. And then all I need to do is change the date to when I want it to post. So I want it to post on the 19th. I don't care when they turn it in, as long as they turn it in on the 19th. And then I'll go in and schedule it again for the 19th at 9:15 a.m. and schedule. Okay. So reading is out of the way for Monday and Tuesday. And I probably will still have to give a little bit of instructions on this, because again, this is the first time that we started doing it this week this way. And so there will be like a learning curve to them kind of following the instructions. So I'll go through there and I'll do that. So we're going to do reuse again, the same post that I just did. Okay. And then I'm going to change the due date. This is going to be Wednesdays. I don't care when they turn it in, as long as they turn it in on Wednesday. I want to schedule it to post on Wednesday. I don't want to schedule it to post on the same day. Okay. So I'm doing the same exact thing, because they're going to do this every day. Every day they're required to do this. So there's no reason for me to go in and make it difficult, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So we're doing Thursdays. Okay, and then we're going to do Fridays. So I have actually scheduled all of their reading assignments for the next 5 days. There we go. So each day, all of there, so there's 5 of them, right? So each day, so this one, if you see right here, it says scheduled for 6/18 at 9:15. So at 9:15 on Monday, this will bing, like ping, you've got an assignment. Same thing for the 19th to 20th. So the reading assignment is done. Now I want to go and do this for my daughter as well, because I don't want to go back to it. So I'm going to go back to English Language Arts. I'm going to find her ELA, which she's in this English here. Go to Classroom, and then I can do the exact same thing. So I can reuse the same post that I just created. I can use it. I don't have to create them again. So I can do create, go to reuse. Okay. Go back here, back to their ELA class. So their ELA class is right there. And there are the assignments that I just created for them. Okay. So I can go in and reuse every single one of them. So click reuse. Just need to change the due dates. So the due date is the 18th. We're going to schedule it for the 18th at 9:15 a.m. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing for her. So now I'm creating all of her stuff. Now I'm going to go back, because I don't know why I'm going to do it this way, but I'm just doing it this way, but you could have left it the way that it was. Okay. So we're changing this one till Tuesday. We're scheduling this for Tuesday the 19th. Schedule. It's just going to be a series of clicks for a minute, okay? So again, if you're in the comments and you have questions, feel free to ask. Right now, I'm just scheduling the reading. I'm almost done-ish. I have Thursday and Friday to do. So it makes it convenient that I don't have to go in and type this all over again. I can literally make a couple, do a couple clicks and use that same thing that I already created. Okay. Okay, so now if I go back through there, now she is completely scheduled for her reading, is scheduled for the next week. Okay, so we're solely working on ELA. So I'm going to go back to my boys now because they use a different type of ELA than my daughter does. So let me get that together real quick. Okay, so we are currently using IEW, which I absolutely love. And so I need to go to my teacher's thing and determine what we're supposed to be doing. Hold on. Okay. So now I'm going to create my boys' lesson for IEW. So IEW, they are doing day 3 on that one. Okay. And we just restarted this. So we'll do week 1. We just restarted this because I didn't feel like my kids were fully grasping what I needed them to grasp. So we started fresh and started new. So on Monday, this will be their assignment. They're on IEW week 1, day 3. And what I'll have them do is they're going to, let's see. We're going to do a keyword outline. My kids know what KWO means. Keyword outline for the story, the dog and the shadow. So they're going to do that. And I'm looking at the lesson plan for IEW, guys. I'm not creating this particular part off the top of my head. So they're going to do that. And then also they're going to do day 3. Again, don't judge me, y'all. Hey, Tam. Hey, Loretta. Okay. So they're going to do that. So I am going to assign this for them for Monday. Again, the same concept, right? So I'm assigning this on Monday, and I'm going to schedule it for Monday again at 9:15. Their phones are going to go off like crazy, and it's going to irritate them. I'm going to love it, actually. And so then we're going to go to, let's see. And I think what I want to do, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm going to give them double work. Remember to speak in. Yeah, I think I'm going to have them do double work on that. And the reason why is because I want them to play some catch up. So we're going to do that, and I'm just going to create it, a new one. So we're going to create a new assignment, IEW, day 4. Day 4 and 5 week. So we're just going to do that. So they're going to do keyword outline for the giant. And then they're going to complete fix it grammar day 4. Okay. And again, the only reason why we're doing it this way is because I want them to catch up. We started redoing it. We did it differently. And so because of that, they're probably going to have a little bit more work on Monday than they typically would, because I want them to catch up some. Okay. I want them to be finished with week 1, starting on week 2 by Monday. So they're probably actually, so we're going to do day 1. I wrote that backwards. We're going to do week 1, day 3, and then day 4 and 5 of week 1. So let me edit that real quick. So again, and this is the beauty of homeschool. Remember, I told you we are actually past this. So we have gotten way further in IEW than we're doing right now. But we have chosen, I asked the boys, I noticed that they weren't getting some of the information that I needed them to get. And then my son specifically asked if we could kind of go back, but I don't think he necessarily meant go all the way to the beginning. But when I looked at it and actually kind of looked at what they were doing, I realized that they weren't understanding some things that were happening. And so it was best for us just to go back from the beginning. So again, we were supposed to be on like week 12, somewhere around there, week 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. But we specifically chose to go back and do it all over again. So we're starting all over again. So they're going to do week 1. They were supposed to finish that last week, but we had a little bit of confusion on my part because I had some stuff going on. So we're going to do that. Okay. So that's week 1. Okay. So week 1 is done. Monday's work is done. And yeah, Monday's work is done. And then, so now I will create an assignment for Tuesday, and we're going to do Tuesday IEW as well. This time we're going to do week 2, day 1. Okay. So I'll flip over to my little binder here and see what they're supposed to do on day 1. So on day 1, I want them to rewrite the story, The Dog and the Shadow, in your own words using your keyword outline. Okay. So I want them to rewrite the story. Okay. The next thing that I want them to do is I want them to read Scorpions. This is a different story that they're reading. So read Scorpions and create your keyword outline. You know what, y'all? I messed up. Hold on. I need to go back because I just thought about this. And then they need to complete Fix It Grammar week 2, day 1. Okay. So they're supposed to actually watch a video. So we're going to do this. Watch video part 1. They watch video. They're watching it from the 0 minute all the way to the 13 minute. Okay, so that's what I was supposed to do, and I didn't do that on the other stuff. So let me go back to that. And again, y'all, let me know if you have questions. Like literally, I am planning their work, and I just want to make sure that you guys are good. Okay, there's no video on that because they already watched it. Okay, so we're good. So this is Tuesday's work. So they will have videos that they watch. The instructions in the actual curriculum are for them to watch the video, the first part of the video up to 37 minutes and 13 seconds. They will watch that. Then I want them to rewrite the dog and the shadow in their own words using their keyword outline. And then they'll read the story Scorpions and write their keyword outline. And then they'll do Fix It Grammar again for this particular week. Now, this seems like a lot of work. I know it does, but it's actually not a lot of work. So the video is probably the longest amount of work. And the thing with that as well is that when they're rewriting these stories, I don't know if you're familiar with IEW at all, but these particular stories, like The Dog and the Shadow, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only 7 lines. So when they're rewriting it, they're not writing something, you know, terrible. And I think like Scorpions, as they get further along, the lessons get a little bit longer. Scorpions is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 sentences long. And so I want them to be able to use their keyword outline to write a pretty hefty amount of the story, but not like copy it, if y'all know what I mean. Because basically that's what we're doing. We're teaching them how to write creatively, write in, you know, with incomplete sentences, punctuation, and all that good stuff. So that's what this is. So this is Tuesday's work. So we'll go to Tuesday's work, and we're going to put that for Tuesday the 19th, and then we're going to schedule it for Tuesday the 19th. So that will pop up for them on Tuesday the 19th. And remember, we are playing catch up. And so I'm going to have them do a double lesson. No, I won't. Nope, nope, nope. I'll have them do a double lesson later on in the week. So we'll do again, IEW. We are on week 2, number 2, day number 2. And let's see, I want them to watch video from the, let's see, 37:14 mark all the way to the 49:30 mark. Okay, so again, my kids know that what that means. And then I'm going to have them do, okay. Okay, let's see, write a summary of the story, Scorpions, using your keyword outline. And then I also want them to complete day 2 of Fix-It Grammar. Okay, and so this is going to be Wednesday's work. I will schedule it for Wednesday. And I'm not going to stay on here and plan the entire day, but I'm going to show you how I plan ELA. And this is how we catch up also. So this is something to note as well. This is the type of thing that we do to catch up. So some days we'll do a double lesson. If I feel like it's not a huge lesson, we'll do a double lesson. So like for this one, day 4 and day 5 are really simple. They're not that difficult. So we're going to just do everything on that day to help us catch up. And so at the end of this, we're going to do the exact same thing. So now we're planning Thursdays, I believe. So I'm going to do IEW. Okay. Day 3. Okay. Yep. So we'll do day 3. Have someone look at your work, staple the final draft, rough draft, QR to go in. Okay, so day 3, we'll do day 3, day 4. Should I do day 4 and 5? Let's just do day 3. Day 3, we're going to do day 3, Fix-It Grammar. And then we're going to talk about formatting. How to format it. That's what we're going to work on. Okay. And again, this is Thursday. Nope, didn't want to do that. I hope this is Thursday. I don't even remember at this point. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Friday, we will go here and we're going to do IEW again. Week 2, day 4 and 5. And we are going to work on our final draft of the story Scorpions, because remember at this point they're writing a summary of what they read using their keyword outline to create a new story about the Scorpions. And so that was a rough draft. So you have the keyword outline, they'll have a rough draft, and now they're going to write their final copy and be ready to turn all of that in to me at the end of the week. So work on your final draft. Once complete, attach your keyword outline, rough draft, and final draft, and turn it in, okay? So we'll do that. We're going on Friday. No due time, and Friday, okay? And so there I have the kids, IEW, I've had their ELA, excuse me, planned for the next week. So let's see. Well, if you look here, here's their reading, right? So let's just take, for instance, this one. So Monday, they have reading for 30 minutes and they'll do all the predict, write, and analyze stuff right there. And then on Monday, for their actual writing part of it, they will do day 3 of week 1. So they'll do their keyword outline for a particular story, and then they'll work on their Fix-It Grammar. And after that's done, they'll turn in the rough draft of everything that's done. So I have planned out their ELA for the entire week, just that simple. So it's not that difficult to do it. It's just a matter of sitting down and making sure that you have the time to do it. But That's all I wanted to show you guys. I have tons of more planning to do, but I'm not going to sit on here and plan it live. I can move much faster when I'm by myself versus on live because I feel like I'm being watched, but of course I am. So that's how you plan. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'm going to be here working, so I'll be able to answer that for you. But you guys have an absolutely wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your day. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Bye, guys.